people will probably know, we said no. People also probably know that Lenny Kluski's a leader of Unite. When asked about this, the TUC executive said, if somebody tells you that, the answer you must give first, second, and every time is you tell them to get stuffed. Because if you give in to that bullying, you are on the road to ruin. Absolutely clear. Unfortunately for us, though, and this is where I'm just going to be very open and honest, Unison, GMB, Prospect, the FDA, the NASUWT, and a number of others took a different view. They took the view that they did not believe that they could fight on pensions and improve it, and therefore they felt that they should settle for what was on the table. Now that was desperately disappointing. My view is if we had called another action in January like November the 30th, the government would have been putting it. It's why they upped the ante and took the risk to try and split people, and unfortunately for us it worked. But that left PCS in one of the most difficult places we've ever been. Members have gone on strike against these changes to their pensions, and yet that's what we were then being forced to sign up to. We didn't want to do it, but we also knew that we were now with far less allies than we had been only weeks before. And I think your NEC took a very good decision when it unanimously agreed that we would not sign up to the pension deal, and we would go back to members, we would honestly explain to them where we were, and we'd ask them to vote to carry on the campaign for the unions and to reject the pension bill. It is to our immense credit, we got the biggest yes vote for industrial action in the union's history, and 90.5% rejected the pensions deal. I mean, that looks modest now, maybe for the GMB vote, but nevertheless, 90.5% will I think do for us. So May the 10th reflected us putting back in play a campaign that really looked in difficulty when the other unions took the decision. But that now leads me to the first difficult choice that we have to address. Because having got it back on the road, the absolute critical decision is what we do now. What we do now to carry on trying to put pressure on the government, to exert more pressure on them, to force them to get back around the negotiating table. And in that sense, what we decide here is going to be critically important. And those delegates to the National Conference are bringing in first with two very clear choices. That choice isn't going to be about should it be a 2-day strike or a 1-day strike, a rolling regional programme, or should it be selective action. All of those things are things in PCS we should carry on discussing, and we should talk to members, and we should constantly try and have a strategy that puts us on the front foot. The real debate that we'll have tomorrow is should PCS now, if needs be, go on its own, or should PCS remain of the view, as we put to members in the ballot, that to win our pensions we must have action with other unions across more parts of the public sector. Now, I want to just say this, that there will be different views expressed tomorrow. I think the beauty of our union is everybody who makes a contribution, I think, will be genuine, and they will believe on behalf of their members that the answer they put forward is the best way. There will be no name calling, not like you see in other unions. This is a proper debate. It's a good thing that's going to happen. But because it's a proper debate, it will be dignified. I don't think minimises what's at stake. Your NEC, and I share it absolutely, which is even though it's frustrating, even though sometimes it takes a while to wait for other people to get in a row, the most critical thing is we maintain the ability to have action with other unions, because if we don't, we run a risk of actually ending up calling action, but action cannot be strong enough to make the government win, and by definition could end up demoralising some of our members who will see us going on. Now that's a choice. Because the other side of that coin is we need more momentum, we should call more action, we need to keep it going on all valid points. But the core is, do we think on public sector pensions, the policy of the whole public sector, PCS on its own, can force concessions on our pension scheme? I have to say to you that That leads me on to the other two big things I'll speed up because I need to know, which is November the 30th also raised another profound question which we're going to start talking about this week. It's the question that basically goes like this. PCS, excellent union, it's got a name out there, we punch miles above our weight, and we have shown by example in the trade union movement how much should go on. But no matter how strong we are, November the 30th also told us that when unions like Unison, who dominate in the public sector, take a decision that affects us but they don't even talk to us, we have to pick up the pieces. And it means that currently as things are, being on our own means we are vulnerable to being buffeted around by the actions of the public sector. Now, not always been that way. We feel, I think, particularly bruised because November 30th was shocking, as I said, but we have to now consider that going forward. And that means that we want to start a discussion this week about, therefore, does the future, which holds so much for us in terms of attacks and austerity and cuts on an unprecedented scale, means it is now in our interest to form a strategic alliance with Unite, for example, Britain's biggest union in the private sector, but also with 200,000 public sector members. Is that the way forward for us to explore? Or is it to say, well, the answer is to carry on just trying to articulate in the way we do our own independent point of view and just hope that we can persuade others? Now, this is a really important debate. I want to make it clear that when you're reading the papers that we've already agreed to merge and there's these secret talks going on, that is rubbish. Now, I'm giving a very open and transparent assessment. There's been no merger talks anywhere. What there have been is serious talks based on the agreement we signed last year when Dan McCluskey came to our conference on closer working to try and enhance our ability to defend members and oppose cuts. And that's worked well in some areas. In the MOD, where the Unite have a big presence, the action was much more effective on May the 10th because of joint working. It was 150 pickets on one picket line along in the Midlands of PCS and Unite. In the Met Police, there's a big overlap. In the private sector organisations like Capgemini and Fujitsu, we have an increasing overlap. In others, we never really seen it. What we do know is by working closely with them, they came on strike on May the 10th, and that was a massive boost having NHS members out on strike. So that's a big discussion for us to have. What the NEC is asking you to agree is that we should explore even closer working with them to see if it passes the test of enhancing our ability to defend members and communities and jobs going forward, or whether actually it tells us we are so far apart culturally in what we do that it's not quite going to work. And we want you to agree that we should explore that. Ultimately because we think we should explore each and every option and then take a judgment on the way forward. But again, that's a big decision for us. And already the fact that we're even talking